we're diving into the incredible story of Ghana. We're going to journey from its powerful ancient kingdoms and its colonial past, all the way to its rise as a modern democratic and economic powerhouse. It's quite a story. But you see, to really understand Ghana, we have to go back. I mean, way back, before its modern borders were ever drawn. Back to a time when this land was a rich tapestry of powerful cultures. Before colonialism, this region was this vibrant mosaic of organized states. You had the mighty Ashanti Empire in the interior, famous for its golden stool, a sacred symbol said to have come down from the heavens. And then, along the coast, you had other really influential groups, like the Akwamu, the Fonte, the Ga, and the Ewe states. Each one brought its own unique culture, creating the deep, deep historical roots of the nation we know today. All right, so here's our game plan. We'll start with those foundational kingdoms, then move through the colonial Gold Coast era. After that, we'll see the birth of a new nation, explore its role as a leader in democracy, and finally, we'll look at the economic engine that's powering Ghana today. Okay, first stop, the Land of Kingdoms. Because to really get Ghana's history, you absolutely have to start with its geography and the people who first called this place home. So Ghana's location right here in West Africa is just crucial. With the Gulf of Guinea on its southern border, that long coastline has always been its gateway to the world, first for trade with neighboring empires, and later for its connection to everyone else. Well, that access to the sea, it was only a matter of time before European ships appeared on the horizon. And that moment, well, it would completely reshape the region's destiny and kick off the era of the Gold Coast. This timeline really lays it all out, doesn't it? It started with Portuguese traders way back in the 15th century. They came looking for gold, which is how the region got its famous name. But over the centuries, that trade turned into colonial ambition, and by 1874, the British formally made it the Gold Coast colony. This chapter of history would last all the way up to a really pivotal year, 1957. And that brings us to our third chapter, the moment the Gold Coast shed its colonial identity and the nation of Ghana was finally born. Now, Ghana's independence, this was a seismic event. I mean, it wasn't just a victory for one nation. No way. It sent a powerful shockwave across the entire continent, inspiring countless other independence movements. It was a real name changer. And the man leading the charge, the visionary, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, he not only negotiated independence from the British, but also became the nation's first leader. And he had this bold vision for a unified and prosperous Africa. So, gaining independence is one thing, but building a stable, modern nation, that's a whole other challenge. So, how did Ghana manage to forge its reputation as a real beacon of democracy in the region? You know, every democracy has these moments, these breaking points that really test it. For Ghana, one of the biggest tests came during the 2009 presidential election. It was just nail-bitingly close, and you could feel the future of the nation hanging in the balance. Just look at this number, 0.46%. That's it. That was the tiny margin that decided the entire election. Now, in a lot of countries, a result that close could have sparked absolute chaos. But what happened in Ghana was pretty remarkable. The peaceful transfer of power was honored, and that moment, that's what truly cemented Ghana's reputation as a stable and mature democracy. It proved that its institutions were strong enough to handle even the most intense political pressure. Okay, so with that political stability as a solid foundation, how has Ghana's economy been doing? Let's take a look under the hood at what's powering the modern Ghanaian engine. This gives us a great snapshot of the economy. You can see the services sector, we're talking tech, finance, tourism, that's the biggest player, making up half the GDP. But agriculture, the traditional backbone, is still a huge piece of the puzzle, accounting for about a quarter and, get this, employing more than half of the entire workforce, especially small landholders. Now, this 2017 scorecard tells a really powerful story of progress. Just check out that GDP growth. It skyrocketed from 2.7% to almost 8% in just 1 year. And at the same time, you see inflation and the budget deficit both shrinking. These are all fantastic signs of a healthy, well-managed economy that's really hitting its stride. And here is another great sign of a healthy economy, the country's financial safety net. In just 1 year, Ghana's international reserves jumped by over $2 billion. So, what does that actually mean for the country? Well, it's all about resilience. Having more reserves is kind of like having a bigger emergency fund. It just means the country is way better prepared for any unexpected economic hits. By 2017, Ghana had enough saved up to cover almost 4 months of imports, which is a huge boost to its economic stability. So, from a land of diverse, ancient kingdoms to a modern republic, Ghana's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. It's been a trailblazer for independence, a model of democracy, and it's a growing economic power. So, the real question now is, with this incredible foundation, what's next for this vibrant nation as it navigates all the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century?